Yeah, man, that right there is how you can get into the Hectic Takeover that's coming to you once again, you guys. Be sure to hop onto h9.co.za. All the details are up there on how you can enter and everything that you need, you guys. So be sure to get involved on that. But round about now, it's time for us to get into the first part of our talk show for today. We are talking pessimism versus optimism. And to break this down, I'm joined by our beautiful studio audience and our expert, Gary Hirson. Welcome to HecticNine9. You guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, cool. So before we get into everything, Gary, in your expert opinion, can you tell us the difference between pessimism and optimism?
An optimist focuses on possibilities and a pessimist focuses on problems.
Okay.
So an optimist sees life through rose-tinted glasses, everything's going to work out and they move forward. Pessimist is a lot more skeptical, they're a lot more guarded, they need a bit of proof to get there. To give you an example, let's say you want to climb to the top of Table Mountain. It's a beautiful day, you wake up, you just want to get to the top of Table Mountain. You're an optimist, boss is a bit of a pessimist, and you phone and you say, come on, we're going to go to the top of the mountain, it's amazing. She's like, yeah, okay, the weather might change, you know, do we have enough water? Have you phoned anybody to let them know that we're going to be on the mountain? You still want to do the same thing, but you're just approaching it very differently. The important thing is that there's different levels of optimism and pessimism. It's not totally negative and it's not totally positive.
Okay, sweet. So now that we have a good idea of what pessimism and optimism looks like, thanks to Gary, I want to know from you ladies, do you think that people who are pessimistic in their nature are more realistic in their approach to life?
Yeah, but not really. Like there's a fine line between being a pessimist and a realist at some point. Because when you're a realist, you see, okay, what do I need to do to get to this certain goal? What can happen and stuff like that. And at some point, you might get into the boat and, you know, take off. But then when you're a pessimist, in my own opinion, I think you're like, most of the, you overanalyze some things.
Yes.
Like, oh my word, you know what? I'm so bad with this section, so I'm not actually going to go through this part this week.
Okay, does anyone want to add to that?
I think optimists and pessimists go through the same things, but it's about how you deal with it. And I think that optimists have like a better approach to it. So it's all about where you are is not who you are, kind of, if you're an optimist. Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've sort of figured that out, let's actually talk about being super optimistic. Do you think that people who are optimistic in their nature are more naive, in a sense? Gary?
No, not necessarily. They definitely have a more gung-ho approach to life. So they will definitely try a lot more things with enthusiasm. I think they might be slightly naive at times in the sense that they won't be open to the idea that there's going to be problems and challenges and obstacles which they're going to need to overcome to get to wherever they want to go. But no, they're not, I wouldn't say they're naive.
Okay, ladies, are optimistic people naive?
No, I don't think so. Definitely not. It's a matter of you can analyze the facts and determine whether something is like a likely event or whatnot, but it's just a matter of like your actual approach to whatever you're going to be doing. So even though you see that things might not work out, you still try because of the fact that you believe that, you know, it might just happen, and also because you I don't know, like you always choose to see the better side of life. So you always just be eager to try new things in that sense if you're more optimistic about the outcome. Yeah.
Okay, so let's actually talk about people who always choose to see the brighter side of life. Do you maybe find them a tad annoying? Like someone who's always optimistic about every single thing. Like it could be raining, thundering, and hailing, and snowing, and they'll be like, wow, what a beautiful day to go to the beach. You know what I mean? Do we find those people a little annoying?
Very annoying.
Why is that?
Because there are certain situations where there is sort of like room to be optimistic, right? If maybe we just got our test results today and I'm really like, I failed that test, and then you're telling me that you can do it, even though I got that 30, I can still do it. But then I'm going to all my lectures, I'm going to all my tats, but then I'm still not getting it. I find that person very annoying when I'm not getting the help that I'm supposed to get from my lectures and from my tutorials and the tutors, and someone is saying, you can do it, you can do it, that I will literally slap you if you do that.
Okay, so we're saying, Antoinette?
Personally, I don't have a problem with that, honestly. Okay. Yes, it can be annoying at times, but I think like overly optimistic people bring life into the room, you know? Like as much as you might have failed that test, and I'm telling you, say I'm the overly optimistic person, and I'm telling you, come on, you can do this. Just think of it of an, like, take a different approach next time. Because as an optimist, there's always another way to do something. It's not just one way. So, yeah.
Okay, sweet. Some amazing points that were made right there, valid points as well. We will be continuing this discussion, you guys, a bit later on, so you definitely want to keep it locked for that. Keep interacting with us online. The hashtag is, of course, Hectic Talk. We also want to get your views. But right now, so we'll be right back.